Welcome to Freedom Life Center. We're so glad that you tuned in today, and we're glad you tuned into this television station. We're very grateful today to have the opportunity to bring you this message today from Freedom Life Center. And we pray and trust that it will be a blessing unto you. Now let's go into the service already in progress today. God bless you.
I don't want to do that. You blame me? I want to be there for those that are ready for a divine encounter with God. And Job was not totally ready yet. Bless his heart. He says in chapter 4, verse 17, "Shall mortal man be more just than God?" You see this wrestling match that's going on with this man? He's having this wrestling match in his mind and in his own being. He's going, am I more powerful than God here? And it's a question, just than God? Shall a man be more pure than his maker? In this he says, in chapter 6 of verse 24, he says, "Teach me, and I will hold my tongue." Do you see humanity and the inner man, our humanity trying to get in the way? And we blame everything on the devil, but in reality, we're our worst nightmare. Serious folks, I am my worst nightmare. Because Ron Kissel is the kind of person, man, I can take charge and get her done. And God says, I want to take charge, but you're not going to get her done. I'm going to get her done through you. Hallelujah. Just submit what you have to me, and I'll do the rest. How many other get her done people is in the room? Because I'm like a get her done, man. I'll see a problem, I'll smack it. And I'll get a trowel out or something. Randy knows what I'm talking about. That's just between me and Randy, okay? You know what I'm talking about? God wants us to get us to the place where we lay down our spirit before the living God and say, woe is me. No wonder Isaiah said, woe is me. I am undone. No wonder Moses said, I can't speak. No wonder these men of God that God moved through. No wonder Esther, she says, my God, what can I offer? And she saves the entire nation. God through her saves the entire nation of the Jewish people when she laid her life on the line and said, I don't know how to do it. I may die tonight, but oh God, do something in my life. Are you with me? That's what I'm talking about this morning. The presence of God is heightening, and He's looking for people to say, oh God, it's me. Use me. Help me to be what you want me to be. And Job, he said, I was in safety. And then he says, I'm going to hold my tongue. And I thought I had this thing all together. I was just as smart as God. That's what he was saying. Can man be just like God? And just as God? But then he starts to see himself. I want to show you something that I pray that you see. And I want you to see Job chapter 4, verse 14 and 17, and then we're going to move on real quick and we'll be finished. Look at this. Job 4. Job 4. What am I talking about this morning? I'm talking about the interruptions of Leviathan, the devil, interrupting the movement of the Spirit of God in the life of the believer. I believe today if you're a believer, you love the Lord, you're a believer, you're on your way to heaven. There's not one of us in this room today that wouldn't say, I truly want to do the will of God. I truly want to follow Jesus. I truly want to please the Lord and do the will of God. Right? Every one of us. But we're going to have to deal with who we really are before we can get to that place. We'll really have to see ourselves for who we really are. Now listen, don't self-inspect yourself because that's condemnation. Don't self-inspect yourself and say, I know the good qualities of me. You're getting back into that pride thing. Anybody in this room at all? That's that pride thing. Now, what Job started to do, now you've got to look at this with me. What Job started to do from this point, I'm going to read this verse. Let's read it. Is it on the screen? Okay. Job 4:17. There is a... Oh, you got it there? Shall mortal man be more just than God? Shall a man be more pure than his Maker? Let's see, I don't know if I gave you the right scripture. Getting ahead of myself here. Now it's 14 and 17. 4 and 17. Let's read verse 15. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Look at this. I want you to see this. I'm going to read from up here because I can probably see that. Have you ever seen this before? Look at this. Then a spirit. Okay? Then a spirit passed before my face. The hair of my flesh stood up. Look at this. It stood still, but I could not discern the form thereof, and the image was before my eyes. There was silence, and I heard a voice from the spirit. Okay? Look at this. Then he says, shall mortal man be more just than God? Shall a man be more pure than his Maker? Put 15 back up there so that people can see it. Now look at this faith. I'll explain to you. Job had gotten to the place where he began to exact his labors before God. In other words, he did not know how to approach God anymore. It's imperative you know how to approach God. You know as well as I do that you and I cannot approach God in any other way except by faith. We come boldly to the throne of grace in time of need by faith. And faith is the instrument that God has chosen in order for us to please God. It's faith. It's not by your own volition and your own grandizing and all of these selves in our life. Self-righteousness, self-grandizing, self-looking good. Exacting labors before the Lord is to go before the Lord and say, God, I've done all this for all of these people. How come I'm sick? I've preached for all of these years. Listen, I've been there. I know this is true. But God, I've done all of this. How come this is happening to me? How come I'm going through this hell? And we begin to approach God in our own human capacity, in our own human ability, and with our own way. And we try to get God's attention on a horizontal level when He'll never talk to man on a horizontal level. He will always speak to us directly to our spirit.
Yes. Thank you, Jesus.
Look, a spirit rose up and he said that my bones shook on the inside of me. My. You see the personal pronoun my. And listen, anytime there's a my and an I and a me and a why going on the inside of me, I'm getting off base with God. I think everybody's left the building. Are you with me? When we become before God, we must believe that He is, and that He is a rewarder of them that diligently seek Him, and that if we give our life to Him, He will in no wise cast us out. Oh my God, if you want to see the Father, you've got to approach Him the way He's designed to do it. We've been covered in the blood, and it's okay to come before the Lord and say, thank you, Jesus, I've been washed in the blood of the Lamb. I thank you, your word is true, and your power is available to me. I thank you this morning that the light of heaven is working on the inside of me. Oh my God, thank you, the Holy Ghost is going before me. That's how you approach God, man. Hilariously. Glad, happy. Don't be coming up in His presence saying, oh God, woe is me. And self-condemnation and self-pity and all of that stuff. God will never show up in that realm. Oh my God, He's waiting for us to show up knowing who and who we believe and being persuaded that He's able to keep that which we've committed unto Him.
Come on.
You see, some of you looking at me now saying, never seen a preacher crazy like that. Your mind's telling you one thing, but if you'll listen with your spirit, you'll get something out of this preacher. What I'm saying, you'll get your need met. The power of God hit your life. See, when I was being raised up in church, man, people lay hands on you, and the power of God hit you and knock you to the floor. So, oh my God, I don't want nobody to knock me to the floor. Some of us need to be knocked on the floor by the Holy Ghost. He don't hurt you when he knocks you out. I've been slain 3 times, and I said, I'll never do that. And in Kansas City, the preacher come along, and he said, yeah, you, boom! I was out, man. I didn't get up for 3 hours. I thought, oh my God, you show me. And I got up and had revelations, man, that never left my life. Be careful that you're not too hard-headed. The Holy Ghost can't do anything in your life. Job said there's a spirit rose up, and that spirit was actually human flesh. That spirit was a Leviathan. Now listen to me. I'm going to close because I'm done. Okay? I'm going to do Leviathan. I'm serious. I ain't done, but I'm done. Okay? That spirit. Let me read you one more verse. Can I read you one more verse? And then I'm telling you, I'm putting my notes away. Page 2 tomorrow. Okay? But listen. Oh my goodness, do something with that microphone. I'm breathing on that thing. Oh, Jesus. Okay, let's look to, I'm going to show you scripture. And I'm going to close with this, and the power of God's going to hit you today. And you're going to get a chance to experience a divine encounter and a divine intervention in your life. How many want Leviathan to get off your life? Listen, I'll read you places tonight in the Bible where Job said, and he has this dialogue going on. He says, oh my God, there's confusion in life. You know why? Because Job was still trying to figure it out. You got to understand, he was a very successful man. Very successful. Very wealthy, very successful. Very prestigious in the neighborhood. People knew him. He was just known as a just upstanding man. And you've got to understand, a person like that, a brilliant individual, you don't lose your capacity to think things through, your rationale to think things through. But when it comes to the things of God, you've got to submit your rationale to God in order for the Spirit of God to take control. Because I'll show you tonight from the Word of God clearly. I won't be preaching like this. I'm preaching like this because I ain't preached in 3 weeks, so let me go. Okay? I'm usually a little bit more calm. But man, I'm so excited, man. I could preach 5 hours right now. But you wouldn't be able to handle it. Okay? Listen, let's go to Mark. I'll show you something in the book of Mark. Okay? Job's having this thing happen inside of him. He gets a revelation. This is the only man in the Bible that God showed himself to a man and showed him the very heart of humanity, the human spirit, Job. He showed him the human spirit. And human spirit could go either way. That's why people give themselves to pharmakeia, witchcraft, like Ziggurat in the Old Testament Bible, where they erected the statue. The whole world was, listen, the whole world was one language before that time. And a man stood up and said, we're going to reach God our way. And we're going to do it through the illicit use of drugs and all this stuff and witchcraft and pornography. And you think pornography should just come out? My God, it's been happening since the beginning of time. And we're going to do it this way. We're going to have orgies. Let me tell you something. If you've been involved in that kind of stuff and you say you've got to break free of it, you're going to have the power of God to get you away from that mess. It's going to take the power of God. Out of that, God came down. He said, I'm going to come down and see about this thing that you're doing, your humanity is doing, your good nature is doing. Because that's what makes it so sneaky. It's not out blatant sin. It's just stuff that humanity gets in the way of the power of God. Our whole human nature. That's why I say the functions of the human spirit. We've got to know what those functions are and what those functions are as they pertain to really getting in alignment with the things of God. We know what the functions are. We want to do our own thing. You know, we know what that is. You know, if you're single and you see a pretty girl at school, let me talk about this a minute, okay? If you're single and you see a pretty girl at school, and you think about, you know, maybe what the school's allowed and all that stuff, and you two get together, and the stuff that you think a male needs another male or a female needs another female. Let me tell you something, that's Leviathan, and that's another spirit, a spirit that feels good to human nature. Hear me? I was born to love boys. No. If you were born with a male gender, you were a male born for a female. God designed you that way. He designed you that way. So you get that stuff out of your mind, and you get that stuff out of your spirit. Because if you keep hanging on to that stuff, your life is going to end up in ruin before you even get started. Okay, I was going to go to Mark, right? Okay. Hey, I chase rabbits every once in a while, but I catch them now. Amen. Let's go to Mark. I want to show you this in Mark, and then I'm going to give an altar call, okay? Here it is. I'll tell you what, let's not go to Mark. Let's go to Romans 1 and 9. That's it. I'm telling you, you didn't think I was going to behave today. There. Praise God. I know what God's been doing in this place today. Romans 1 and 9. Look at this. I want to show you this. This is in your Bible. You got your Bibles or your iPads or your, they got the little things for tablets. I'm going to get one someday as soon as Fred buys it. Look at this. For God is my witness. This is the Apostle Paul. Look at this. Is this too deep for you today? It's really simplicity. That's where I pray the Lord brings it out, because I don't want to bring deep stuff out. The Lord does that deep stuff to me, and I'll keep that deep stuff to myself. I'm trying to bring simplicity out here. God is my witness. This is Paul. Look at this. Look at this. You ready? You ready?
Yeah.
You ready for this? Look. Are you ready? Can you see it up there? Then I'm going to ask you to look at me, okay? For God is my witness, whom I serve with my Spirit in the gospel of His Son, that without ceasing I make mention of you always in my prayers. Okay, leave that up there just for a minute. Look this way. He did not say, I serve the Lord with my intellect. That's right. See, the atheist will want to say, prove to me He's God. I can't do that. I can have a debate with you all day long and try to debate with you. I tell you what, if your spirit's hungry, if somebody's watching my television and you've been into that, I love you. God loves you very, very much. And I tell you what, if you want an encounter with God, hold up your little spirit and say, God, you show me you're real. And I guarantee you, you can have an experience with the Lord. If you're an agnostic, you're analytical. You didn't think this preacher knew all those words, did you? You've got to have everything convinced to you by 3 witnesses, and everybody's got to confirm it to you before you believe the things of God. You got this higher order thinking going on, and everybody else has got to line up with your intelligence. Listen, you're looking at a preacher here that's not going to entertain the intellect. I will not entertain your intellect. Now, there's people in here that can do that and help you to get to your intellect, to get to your soul, to get to your spirit. They're awesome, man. I love those kind of people. And I'm not that kind of person. I'm the kind of person who's going to lay the Word of God out like a tray and just get ready to have dinner. And I'm going to lay it out and I'll say, you want it? You can have it. Because there's people who can do all that debating stuff, but I'd rather declare God than debate Him.
Amen.
Are you with me? Yes. You know what this saying? He didn't say, I serve the Lord with my mind. And I serve the Lord if I can understand. People come up to me and say, preacher, I'm just trying to understand you. And I said, well, I'll tell you what, your brain's going to break. It's going to break. Your brain's going to break in half. Because how can you understand me? Because I can't even understand myself. I'm just trying to understand. They go out the service sometimes and say, what'd you think about Pastor's sermon? Oh, he's a nice guy. And oh my goodness, his little wife is just as pretty. And he's just got wonderful children. And but what do you think about the sermon? Well, I just don't understand it. I'm going, oh my goodness, the biggest compliment you can give me. That's a perfectly good problem for you to solve all by yourself. He said, I serve the Lord with my spirit. I don't have to be convinced that the Bible's true. All I got to do is yield my spirit and say, oh God, is that right? His Spirit bears witness with my spirit that I'm the Son of the living God. I think God, when the Spirit of God touches your life, you will know you have eternal life. This you shall know you have eternal life. You know what that word spirit there means? It means pneuma. Pneuma. And it means Human spirit and divine spirit connecting. It's the part of you that God breathed into you when you were in your mama's womb. When God stood man up in the garden and made him soul and body and stood him up, and he blew on him and in him and through him and said, now man is living soul. Pneuma. That's why everybody goes to all kinds of stuff. Witchcraft, drugs, sex, orgies, you name it, man. Perversions, whatever the case is. Money, prestige, intellectual stimulation, Church of the Scientology, all that stuff. Everybody's looking for their spirit man to be touched by God, and they're using human terms to do it. They're using a horizontal way to do it. And God says, look unto me. I'm the author and the finisher of your life. And if you let me touch your life, I'll change your life by my power that leads my soul from the dead. That's the kind of church you're in right now. It doesn't mean that, oh my goodness, please now, listen, if you want to get out of this Leviathan cesspool of confusion, come on up right now. I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to have some prayer warriors pray for you. You say, preacher, I want to live my life for the glory of God. Listen, it's going to take humility to do it. It's going to take humility from my part to do it. When the people in my neighborhood told me when I gave my life to the Lord, I was a drug dealer, so I know what pharmakeia is, okay? I not only dealt drugs, I did them. And I was one of those people that did so many drugs. My God, you give me a handful of pills, I take them and say, that's not enough, give me another handful, man. You give me a beer bottle, I drink the whole case and say, where's the rest of it? You give me a bag of dope, I'd smoke the whole thing and say, what is going on? Let's do some more. You give me money, I'd want more. No matter what, my spirit was craving for feeling important. But the very minute I gave my life to Jesus Christ and said, oh my God, save me. The neighborhood went wild and said, oh my God, that youngest Kissel boy has went religious crazy. He's lost his mind. I went to everybody's house in the neighborhood and said, Jesus is alive. I'm done with the drug world. I'm done with the devil. My friend said, whoa. That was 38 years ago. I found out the power of God is real. Jesus is real. And He's a loving God. If you're willing to humble yourself this morning and say, my God, that's me. I need help. Come on. Come on. Anybody in this room watching my television? Anybody in this room? Come on. Come on, preacher, I need help and I want to get out of this mess. I'm tired at the end of the day knowing I've not fulfilled what it is that I need to be doing. And I really want to experience God. Come on. Come on. Would you come? Come on. Come on. Don't be hesitant. That's right. Obey the Lord. God bless you. Obey the Lord. Man, I'll tell you what. I'd rather have my flesh embarrassed for a few minutes than end up in a place called hell and miss God the rest of my life. I'm looking at these precious lives right here. You know what I see? I see champions. I'm not going to ask them where they've been. That's not my business. I'm not going to ask them, you know, what they've been. That's not my business. That's between them and God. I'm going to believe that God's going to raise them up today and they're going to have a divine encounter with the true and living God. That their lives are going to be changed by the power of God. They'll no longer struggle with doing something or acting in a certain way when down inside in their heart. Job had that same experience. He said, God, you're with me. He said, God, you're with me. But on the other hand, I feel so troubled that you are so far from me. Have you ever felt like that? Have you ever felt like, my God, I know you're a good God, but I can't get to you. And I want going to manifest himself to these that are in this row. And he's going to make himself real to them and speak to them through the power of the Spirit of God. I believe they're willing. Amen. You believe that with me? Let's believe this morning. Let's believe. I want the church to come up here. I need some Holy Ghost men and women of God. Brad, would you help me? David, would you just stand up here? We're kind of short. Bill, would you help? Bill, would you help this morning? Gloria, would you come? I need you to stand up here behind these folks. The altar call is the most important part of this service. I want to ask you, I'm getting ready to pray. Are you ready to surrender all? That's a big question. Are you ready to surrender all? David, would you do something for me? I want you to get in front of Fred. Dennis, would you get in front of this young man right here? Brad, would you get in front of Brandon? I need some ladies here. Bill, would you get in front of this gentleman here? Bill? Brad over here. This gentleman. Kimberly, would you get in front of Brandon's mom? Helen, right? Karen, this young lady here. I want somebody to pray for some. Joshua, you get over here in front of this precious young lady right here. I'm going to let the body minister this morning. Right? Let the body minister this morning. I need somebody for Beth. Sissy, would you come up here and pray for Beth? I need somebody over here with Sassy. Need a woman of God. Need a woman of God out here. Brianna, sweetheart. She loved Jesus all her life. Come here, sweetie. I want you to pray for Sassy, right? Hey, just a minute when we start this intercession. There's somebody over here. Somebody over here. Look for somebody to pray now. Somebody to pray now. Sissy. Sissy, come here. Come here, Sissy. Pray for this precious one. After they get done praying for you.
Well, I'm glad that you tuned in today. This is Pastor Kissel again. I pray that you enjoyed the broadcast today, and if you would like to, you could write us here at 4600 North St. Joe Avenue, 47720, or you could call us here at the church at 436-3733, and that's area code 812. And if we could help you in any way, be of an encouragement to you in any way, just let us know. God richly bless you today. Bye-bye.